Hi everyone, Steve Chrysler here from Bookkeeping Life. Today I want to talk about consistency. So just like that Field of Dreams movie, build it and they will come. Well, think of consistency as, and building your bookkeeping business as be consistent and it will grow. So be consistent and it will grow. You cannot get motivated one week and then fall to hit a wall or something and get unmotivated and sit back for a week or two and then get motivated again, trying to play catch up or trying to move your business forward. You cannot build and grow your bookkeeping business like that. It may happen, but it'll take forever to see results. So you really need to be consistent every single day. Try to be better today and know more today about your practice than you knew yesterday. Some days you're going to have a lot of growth. Some days you're going to have a lot of time to work on it. Some days you're not going to have a lot of time and you're not going to feel like you have a lot of growth. But always learn something. Always be working on it. Even if you're not sitting at your desk and actually learning something or working on something or getting clients, always be thinking about it. Get OCD about it. And you will see results over time. So people that take my course, I see motivated people consistently, they succeed. Those that are not consistent, I see a push at the beginning, then they kind of drop off, and then I hear from them later and they're motivated again, and it's just a stop and go thing, and it's just not productive. So you really need to be consistent, always be working on your craft. Just yesterday, my son and I were riding in the truck and listening to this song by this female singer, and she was playing piano at the same time. And my son, who just turned 8, I was telling him, she's playing piano while she's singing that, he's like, how can she do that? How can she do that so well? And I was telling him, if you're consistently working on something. These really good artists, they are constantly working on their craft. It is their life. They spend so much time and energy and thought on it that it's just a byproduct of the effort and the consistency that they put into it, the success that they have. They get really good at doing that because of the time and energy that they put into it. And that's true with a bookkeeping business. You cannot just have the stop and go approach, or motivated one day and not the next day. I also call it motivated to get motivated. I know people like that, and we're all guilty of it in some fashion in our lives, but we're motivated to get motivated. We want to be that motivated person. We're motivated to get motivated. Well, you have to be motivated. You have to even on days you're not motivated, be consistent about learning something today that you didn't know yesterday. And over time, it really starts to stack up and you start to see results. Another thing that I always think about is, and this dawned on me several years ago when I was in a retail store where I was living at the time, and it was always a very slow store. It was a clothing store, and every time I would go by there or go in there, the person that was working there was always just sitting there, not doing anything. There was nothing to do store-wise, I'm assuming, but they weren't doing anything else. They could have been reading something. They could have been thinking about the next level in their life. They were working at a clothing retail store that had next to zero traffic, and what were they doing with their time? Literally just sitting there, not doing anything. And it kind of always struck me that this person should be really working towards something else. They could be learning how to start and grow a bookkeeping business. They could be learning many different things, and they had the time to do it. So my point is that if you really want to start and grow your own bookkeeping business, the only thing that's stopping it is your determination, your consistency. There's programs like mine, and other people have programs out there that really show you step by step on how to go, what to do for branding, advertising, how to handle clients. All the information in the world is out there about how to do bookkeeping. And but nobody can replace your own consistency and your own determination. So if you bring those to the table, 20 years ago when I started this, the internet wasn't what it is. The access to groups and support groups wasn't out there. And it's always evolving. But one thing that was consistent over the years is the need that people need to be consistent and determined with whatever's available to them in that time or that generation to be successful. You always have to be pushing yourself, setting goals. Even 20 years in, and I have a successful practice. I'm doing this, Bookkeeping Life. I have a jiu-jitsu nutrition business that I've started last year. I'm always pushing, trying to grow myself as a person and grow my businesses, grow my legacy for my family. But all of that takes daily consistent effort. And the good thing is that when you're working for yourself, it's not work. So people that are 9-to-5ers working for somebody else, you might hate your job. I get it. I used to be there. And it's hard to get motivated about life and having the energy, the mental strength to fight on when you spend a great deal of your life working for somebody else in a job that you don't like. I get it, but you need to carve out that time and that energy to put towards your future, to put towards your growth. The only way that you're going to get out of that situation is using that chunk of time that you do have to grow and say, okay, what's my next step? You're not going to be 20-year successful bookkeeping practice overnight. But there's levels to it, and there's all that achievement along the way that tells you, hey, you're going in the right direction, you're doing something right, and it keeps pushing you. So don't think overnight success. That doesn't work. There's very seldom in life is there a situation like that. Successful people are consistent at what they do. They're consistently working on their craft, consistently trying to figure out a way to get better today than they were yesterday. So that's the idea, and it all adds up over time. So keep at it, keep fighting the fight. Use the tools that are available to you, like my program and somebody else's program. There's a few different ones out there, and use those programs. Use my program. Use the support groups that are available. Bookkeeping Life, we have an awesome support group. We're all helping each other along that path. Some people are further along than others, and we all help each other. But use those tools. Use the time you have available. If you're sitting around doing nothing, if you're wasting an hour of your precious day when you could be growing, you're not moving along the way, and you're not moving up the way you should be, or you could be, I should say. All right. So hopefully that helps. The motivation speech for the day. But it's possible with consistency and effort over time. And you can kill it over time, and it's rewarding all along the way. It's not tons of work for many years and then there's a reward at the end of all these years of hard work. No, there's rewards all along the way. That's that little carrot that's in front. It gives you a little reward all along, a piece of chocolate all along the way. All right, so stick to it, stay strong, be consistent even when you don't have the energy or the strength. Just do something, learn something. Say, oh, today I have tons of energy and time. I'm going to learn a whole bunch of stuff. Days you don't have all that, try to learn one little thing. Just one little thing that makes you better than the previous day. All right, stay strong. Reach out to me if you have any questions. Like this if you liked it. Steve@bookkeepinglife.com. I reply to everything. So you can reply below. You can email me, steve@bookkeepinglife.com. And I wish you an excellent, consistently awesome day. Take care. Hi, everyone. If you'd like to learn more, I have a free webinar where I teach you how to quickly set up your own home-based bookkeeping business so you can start earning that extra $1,000 a month or more. In that webinar, you'll learn my step-by-step formula to getting bookkeeping clients. You'll learn how to set up your new bookkeeping business from scratch so you have more control over your time and your life and many more freedoms that come with it. So if you'd like to sign up for that free webinar, just click the link in the description below and I'll see you there. Also hit the subscribe button.